Interesting data, Nikunj, that we've culled out. We've taken 3 different periods of time when the markets have fallen and talk about the collaborating FII selling streak at the time and what exactly is the data indicative of.
Okay, so let's first establish it. I think we should have gone to the last graphic first, but since we're starting with this, never mind. Every time when foreign institutional investors have sold, and they've sold in a meaningful manner, what has happened to the market after that? And this is a little bit of history. Of course, you cannot relate data in complete totality because that time the question of DI was not there. But in January to 2000 March, massive selling markets. This is that COVID time. So you take that as an exceptional event. But October 2021 to June 2022, market fell when foreign institutional investors were selling. But when that number reached 18%, market rallied by about 18% in the last 5 months. Similarly, in December 2022 to February 2023, markets fell 8% when FIs were selling. But in the next 5 months, the minute the selling stopped, the markets actually rallied by about 13%. Now, let's establish where the current FI ownership right now is, both in terms of the market and also in terms of the positioning. Now, if one, this again, Morgan Stanley report, domestic institutional investor, because of SIPs, because of new NFOs, their ownership is at 28%. FPI, which is foreign portfolio investors, we call them as FII. So FPI and FI is actually the same. Their ownership is actually at a 10-year low. And the promoter holding is also at an all-time low. This is largely because of the block deals which have happened. But you want to focus on this part, which is that foreign institutional investor ownership has come to a 10-year low. And every time when the ownership has come to a 10-year low, like we said, the market tends to rally after that in next 3 to 6 months, and the average return is anywhere between 10 to about 15%. Now let's look at the pattern here. This is the FI ownership, and that's where financial institutions have moved. So the bottom line here is that every time when financial institutional investors, especially FPIs, have sold, post that number, when the number comes down to, let's say, closer to 20%, markets, they tend to rally. And I think we are nearing there again, which is that every time when the FI ownership has gone below 20% or closer to 20%, the market tends to rally. And I think next time when we are putting out a plate, it really could be October or September 2023 to November 2023 and a rally of 10% after that.
I will hold you to it. Let's see if that actually takes place. But yes, interesting data, Aisha.
Yeah, absolutely. Sanjeev, your take on this? I don't think we really need the FIIs. We can do it alone. The DI participation is good enough.
Correct, and Nikunj has, set the cat amongst the pigeon. 21,000 by 31st December, very much on the card. 10% rally, 19,000 plus 2,000 points.
Okay, Sanjeev, we'll hold you to that as well.